Here's the truth on what's really happening right now with us shifters. Lately, we've been subjected to so many train wrecks, unwanted and uncontrollable situations in the current reality that it makes us forget the good things that have happened to us. And it's not our fault because, it's staring at you right in the face. Now, listen, this is not going to be me putting my thumb up my ass and being all like, everything is very good. Embrace the power of positivity. No. We will have good and bad, and that will continue in this lifetime and the next, and the ones after that too. Let's be real. If everything was sunshine and rainbows in our desired realities, that'd be so boring. We need heroes who are for the people, anti heroes to relate to, villains to understand, and anti villains to understand others' point of view and sympathize with. However, I can only speak for myself and other people like you guys who have DRs in those circumstances. What you really want, me included, is just more good in life instead of bad. For the bad, you want pleasure. You want pleasure that doesn't involve anything malicious happening at your expense. I get it. In my anti hero DR, I basically will ascend to full villainy at some point. I don't judge, and this is a channel where no one can do that to you. So feel free to open up about anything. And if anyone tries anything, I got your back and will remove them. The truth is, more people are progressing on their shifting journey, and this is probably one of the best states I've seen the community in. People's dream frequencies are increasing, and everyone is getting visions, whether that be a memory flash connected to their DR, or signs telling them they're on the right path, like names of their comfort characters, or anything sentimental to them about it. It's more than just angel numbers and all that stuff. I love angel numbers and everything, but let's be real now. We've all evolved so much to the point where we know there is way more than that. That tells us we're on the right path. Of course, that will all lead to them shifting fully. Not only that, everyone's judgment when it comes to dealing with situations in the CR is better. For me, it's realizing if a love story is going to be better in another reality and not here, then I should right away just resort to reality shifting. Of course, I still have those intrusive thoughts, like me getting rejected and then making the environment we're in together awkward, or me having an uncomfortable conversation with someone about it. However, I came to a realization that is no longer to get anything that is no longer anything to get scared about. Because all I did was just shift to a reality, to a timeline where that didn't happen, and all my mind was doing was just detoxing the thoughts. It's the small things I pay attention to, guys. This not only applies for relationships, but life in general, too. And I want to shout out some of my other friends in the shifting community who have made huge progress. My buddy Thomas has shifted a few times this year by having glitches similar to mine, where things got revised unintentionally and intuitively. My other buddy James is also getting profound signs about his DR. Keyword profound, not vague. Because the stuff he sends me on Instagram, of course, is like very detailed, Like, dang. And James, if you're watching this right now, man, dude, seeing your shifting progress truly does motivate me, man. And I always enjoy seeing the signs you sent me. Cause those are not only for you, they help me too. And he also has very vivid dreams too, and near shifts. He himself told me this is the prime of his shifting journey throughout his whole 5 years. This is the best state he's ever been at. He's hospitalized right now, but once he's out, he'll be back in business. When he told me that, I just realized I'm all like, yeah, it's normal. You know, I think that's something all shifters face eventually. Is we all are gonna get sick, you know, but it's just part of our body just detoxing and just adjusting to what we're doing. So it's not really a bad thing. And of course, me. I managed to shift 2 times this year, and to be honest, not saying it wouldn't have happened anyways, but it's so much easier to lock in when I've mastered how to control my emotions, and while I can never get rid of them, I can control how I go about them. As far as circumstances go, sure, they may suck, but are you sure it's worth throwing your whole hard life's work over? With all due respect, if I acted like some of the people do in this community when it comes to stressing out, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. But I choose to keep carrying the weight of the multiverse behind my back and carry on. Is that who you want to be, or do you just want to be someone who takes your current reality circumstances home and eats it all up for the rest of your life? I'm not gonna make a very super inspirational speech or anything like that. The only thing I'm gonna the only thing I'm gonna do is just make you think. That's all I ask from you guys is just to think. There's probably more good in your shifting journey and overall growth as a person in general than you even know. So take the time right now to reflect on that. And after you have taken the time to reflect on that, reflect on every milestone you've achieved that your subconscious has been making you neglect to see how you feel now. There's people who take stuff for granted until they don't have it anymore. I don't want you to ever become the shifting has been. Years later, after you blew everything good you could have had, or start to realize how good you had it back then. Once you've undone all of it, you're a freaking shifter, so start acting like it. I'm the strongest and smartest man in my whole day to day life because I can basically shift anywhere I want and go to any reality I desire. Not only that, I don't have to follow a one sided path with only one direction. I can have infinite directions simultaneously. I'm also stronger than any of my intrusive thoughts. See how I feel after saying that? I feel like a multiversal champ. I truly feel like the spiritual warrior. Anomalus is a strong kid who works her ass off so she can give her and her brother purpose for eternity. James is a strong man who was about to achieve a healthy life, physically and mentally, in his home realities. Thomas is a kind hearted man who deserves to be with all of his lovers simultaneously and see his mentors. And Loke. Loke, I love you, buddy, but you really can be a negative Nancy at times and not in a bad way. You're a hardcore shifter, man. The first thing I see on my post are always your cool as fuck results. He definitely is a perfect example of you don't need a positive mindset to shift. If a guy like him, who has the emotion of can do it, so can you. By the way, Loke, this is all being said as affection and in good fun. I'm just giving you shit. I appreciate you a lot, man. And I hope you make it home soon. Is shifting a goal to all of us? Nope. It's the inevitable.